Hey, it's Christy from Inity, and today I want to talk a little bit about relevance and conscious artistry. So in the past month, there were several albums and EPs that were released that I feel the artists did a really good job addressing the times. So the first one is one that just came out this past Friday, July 17th, I think it was, Oddisee. His album, Odd Cure. You want to talk about relevance? Odd cure, what are we looking for right now, right? We're looking for a cure for this COVID-19 and among other things, right? Racism and so forth. And so, first of all, I mean, the album is sick. The music is so good. And he explores, in a sense, everything that we've been going through emotionally and mentally and in society. He's talking about, finding an escape. He is talking about the social and cultural conflicts that are going on. And yes, I have my notes. I always have my notes. And also, one of the things that he highlights is like staying connected to people. So, when an album typically has like a skit in between songs, he literally is having these real authentic conversations, these phone calls with his family, and you can tell that they're not rehearsed. And he's talking about, are you staying safe? Are you staying at home? How are you doing with all of this mess? He even has a conversation with his manager. And if there's one thing that I know artists are concerned with is, what's next, or what do we do right now? And his manager gives some very not only relevant but sound advice, which I think you should take. So you should listen to the album. Again, Oddisee, Odd Cure. The next album, I absolutely love this group, Sault, S-A-U-L-T. Last month, I think it was on Juneteenth or around Juneteenth, they released their album Untitled Black Is. And so if you like funk, soul, spoken word, you can find it all in there. It's so good. My favorite song is Miracles, if you want to listen to that. But this album addresses systemic racism. This album addresses police brutality. But at the same time, it also addresses like pride and blackness and the strength of the people. And you want to talk about something that we need right now? Like, they are speaking our language. So definitely check that one out. And then the last one also came out last Friday, July 17th. I'm just thinking Friday was the 17th. I didn't check. But the real Chris Kaz, he is a Berklee College of Music trained artist based out of Massachusetts, and he put out an EP called Ghosts. So then how is this relevant? Well, in this album, or in this EP, I should say, he's basically putting out songs that he had been sitting on for a while. And in these songs, he is dealing with and confronting these internal ghosts, if you will. And so, first, if you like Nick Hakim or James Blake, that's the vibe that I would say that he's on. So it's definitely something to check out. But not only is he confronting his ghost, but he's putting it out there for everyone to hear. And the reason I say that this is relevant and this is also conscious music is because, I've had this conversation with a couple of people. So we are in the midst of this pandemic, right? And since March, most of us should be staying at home for the most part. But because we are doing this, because we want to get over this, we are feeling isolated. A lot of us are feeling lonely, and we're not able to do the things we would normally do to escape. And whether it's something, it's like escaping something mentally, whatever's happening around us, just want to forget about something for a while. So this pandemic is forcing us to sit with ourselves and sit with our emotions and our thoughts, and it's forcing us to deal with them. And that is very unsettling for a lot of people. And even though I am a very conscious person and I am all about the healing path and always, dealing with my self-care and love and so forth, this has been very difficult for me as well. So it's like, again, where we would want to escape and, you know, we don't want to deal with something for the moment, we can go to a concert, we can go out with some friends, we can go somewhere and go to some neighborhood and just, you know, go in and out of stores or stroll or whatever, which you can kind of still do, but it's, you know, it's just one of those things, right? We want to set a good example and get over this pandemic. And then add to that the fight for social justice and the fight against systemic and institutionalized racism. Almost having to deal with that from home is really, really difficult. And I feel like Chris Kaz's album, in a sense, forces us to deal with what it is that we have going on in here and here and in here. And I'm saying all this because I want to, you know, encourage you to continue to create and tap into what is going on out there. Because I think that, you know, going back to Chris Kaz's album, Ghosts, you know, having to sit with ourselves and sit with, you know, our emotions and deal with the things that we don't necessarily want to deal with or that we put off, this is all kind of a good thing. This is a good thing because we have to go through everything that we are going through right now. I don't like it. I don't like that we're in the middle of a pandemic. I don't like that racism still exists, but we have to go through this entire fight. We have to go through this pandemic and see the shitty leadership. You know, we have to reveal everything for what it is, even if it's something personal and within ourselves, to get to the other side, because that's what we want. We don't want to go back. We want to get to the other side, socially, politically, and personally. Okay, so I want you to think about how you can share your thoughts and your opinions, your ideas, and your hopes, even your fears. Share your knowledge through your art. Okay, so I just want to say lastly that, you know, I can promise you that if you do this, you are, it sounds cliche, but it's not, you are going to touch somebody. You are going to provide that escape for people and, in a sense, get us through this, because we need to do this together. Trust me, the fact that I can hear Sault, or that I can celebrate these albums and this music, it gave me, even if it was just on release day and I was rocking it like crazy, it gave me a release. And that's what I need right now, because your girl is going through the same thing that you're probably going through, as far as the anger and the rage, the isolation, the loneliness, and so forth. And just like we need teachers, and just like we need our leaders out there, and we need people on the front line, we also need artists to contribute to this fabric this fabric that is going to tie everything together to create that change that we need moving forward. So that is all I have for you today. And if you have any questions, please send me a DM. You can leave your comments in the comment section, and know that I am always here for you. And always remember that you are an artist, you are a visionary, and you're a leader, and you're a part of a generation of activists at the forefront of positive change. So please continue to create. Again, I'm here for you, and we'll do this again soon. Okay, one love.